Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning market webcast. Okay, so look, we're still consolidating. I get that we had a big down move yesterday afternoon, and it was awesome. It was it was a move. It wasn't so much for me that it was up or down. It was a move, and it's a move that this tape has been sorely lacking for a while. But before we get all bared up and get excited about, the Armageddon to come on the chart versus, whether there's Armageddon outside, you got to understand all we've really done is test the 50 and test the daily mid-band. And they got it down into, your overnight lows 25 quarter. They bounced that right back up and over. Let's go right to the hourly chart. They bounced it at the 50. They took it back over the daily mid-band. They took it back over the 9, and they're heading back to the weekly pivot. Now, are they just kind of flagging it up to drop it? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. What I do know is that until you get a definitive break that can sustain below things like the 50 and the 20 for a day or three, you're not going to get the downside expansion that so many people are clamoring for. What you're going to get is, some profit taking and adjustment, and, then it heads back higher, and it'll take everybody who's fighting it, kicking and screaming all the way to the upside. So yesterday, it was your typical really, choppy-ish morning. The thing that stood out to me was we opened at 35. They took it up to this 35 quarter right away, and it never visited the opening print again. So the morning was choppy, but then it was, there was a point where it held 18 to 22, which was a convergence of volume weighted average price, our proprietary moving average, and when that broke, and then it confirmed it below the hourly mid-band, then things in the last couple of hours got pretty slippery. There were a couple of very, decent short setups that we did in the room, and then on the third one up, right in the area of 2906, 2907, they tried to convert that again to support, and they couldn't do it. That got the last setup of the day, and the last setup of the day was really nice. We didn't ride it all the way down. We took it off closer to the mid 50s. We didn't get the last 20 handle dump out post 4 o'clock, but it was a good day for the room. And what we looked at in the overnight was whether they're going to be able to progress this or whether we needed to be long. So we did a couple trades, short 42 quarter area, but it became pretty apparent when 46 to 48 converted that if they were going to make a meaningful move up towards weekly pivot, that was what was going to happen. So we cut that out. And I'll be interested to see, we've still got a couple hours before we open, if they do want to visit that 78 and open it right there at weekly pivot for maximum confusion. You want to confuse the hell out of everybody? Open it right on the area of tape control. So as we head into Wednesday, what we're looking at here is you've got some very big areas between 49 and 78 that are going to have to make a decision about what they want to be. We could easily trade inside this 30 handle chunk all day long. Very easily. And, if it ends up being a really nice crisp range, that's one thing. If it ends up, being pretty choppy, then it's going to be a choppy day. Something tells me we're going to get a clear winner or a clear loser today. But that's only going to come from a breakout or a breakdown from this 30 handle area. So bears want to hold the weekly pivot. They want the 2 directional days at the end of the week, Thursday and Friday. They have a chance to get it. All they have to do is keep holding weekly pivot as resistance. You make one lower low, and you're going to get what you want, bears. Bulls, Went back to the 50, you defended it, you defended the 20, you defended the 9, you're trying to defend the hourly midband. If you can defend the weekly pivot, then you have a chance to go all the way back to 35. So this is going to be a very interesting day. They've done the big move down, but there are certainly, signs of life. Whether they're just walking it up to take it down, that remains to be seen. That's certainly one possibility. Are they starting to walk it up to run the bears over with a gigantic dump truck and drag them behind that truck for 3 days? That's a possibility too. We've seen both recently. So, but 48 to 78, especially 78, is going to be the deal today. All right, everybody have a great day. We'll have some more stuff out later. Be safe, be healthy, trade them well, and I'll talk to you soon. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.